Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel. Doing a little follow-up on my mod, on my Harley Benton Te-52. And some of the things I've done so far, and some of the things you may run into if you try to do this. And how it's progressing. Okay, so the first thing is I changed out the pots on the pots, the switch, the wiring, the caps, I mean everything, pretty much. I still have to trim up the tape inside the cavity there, the shielding. But yeah, I had all this stuff already, so it didn't cost me anything to do it. Big improvement. If you're going to do this though, one word of warning is that this control plate isn't going to work with CTS pots because the barrel's too thick, and you're going to have to remount the holes in it. And it's very simple. If you have a Dremel tool, I mean, that's what I used. And I just reamed it out a little bit. Just enough to get the barrel over there so you can get the nut and washer on. As far as the switch goes, switch fit in perfect. It's a three-way Switchcraft, I believe. Fit in perfect, no problem. So that wasn't a big deal at all. The pickups, these are the dimarzio Area T. I believe it's a 418 and a 417 is the number. I really like these pickups. They really sound good. Well, when I get done with this, I'm going to do a comparison between my American Telly and this one. And I know I didn't do one originally with this guitar, so it's kind of tough to compare what it sounds like now compared to what it was, but you're just going to have to take my word for it that it sounds 100% better with the mods that I've done so far, and I'm not completely done with it yet. But I think most of the stuff, the tone-wise, maybe with the exception of the bridge, that may help a little bit, but it's pretty close to what it's going to sound like right now, I think. The bridge is just the original bridge. Now, also one other thing, when I put the bridge pickup in, it fit in fine. The only problem was that I couldn't line up the bridge because the plastic piece, that the pickup sits on, it was hitting up against the back of the cavity. So what I did was, again, I got a Dremel and I just ground out. I don't know how much it was. I'm guessing maybe 1/8 of an inch, something like that. Maybe a little more. So that it would sit in there and I'd be able to line the bridge up correctly. And, yeah, that was the only thing. The neck was fine. Yeah, the pick guard. So anyway, when they built this, they used a couple screws that weren't the right size screws. I don't know why. I think these two. They were too small. They just used different screws. So I know I got these screws. I just haven't fished for them yet. But yeah, that was about it. Wait, let me grab the camera here. See, my bench is like a complete mess, so it is what it is. Okay, so I got the bone nut done. I cut that. That was actually pretty simple. I used the previous nut that was on there because it was cut correct, and yeah, I just made a copy of that one just out of bone. That's all. But the nut slots were all lined up fine. The tuners, yeah. So the tuners I got them coming today, in fact. And the locking tuners. I kind of got the cheaper ones. I want to keep the cost down as much as possible on this guitar. The pickups, the pickups were much as the guitar was. But the good thing about doing that is, look, if I ever want to take these pickups out, I can take them out and put them into another guitar. If I ever wanted to sell this, I could take the pickups out and put the old ones back in. The nut, I wouldn't replace it. I just leave the nut in there. The tuners, I'd probably take the tuners off, put the originals back in. The electronics, I would just keep that the same. Because I bore out the hole there. Probably, the old ones probably wouldn't even fit in there. But, yeah, so the pickups, if I'm going to put my money into something like a mod, I'm going to put it into something I think is going to change the tone the most. But not only that, but it's also going to give me the ability to take them out and you know, use it for another project or another mod if I want to. Yeah, so far it's going good. It's actually going better than good. It's going great, actually. The sound, the tone is improved. I mean, 100%, at least 100%. I didn't like the way this guitar sounded when I got it. Now this guitar sounds like a Telecaster. You know, it sounds very good. A little different than the Tele Special, and I'm going to do a sound comparison on those. But it's these pickups is the reason why. The Tele Special I have has the Texas Specials, which I love, but they're not so much the real. You know, you can get a good Tele sound out of it, but you're not going to get that twangy kind of country sound. This you can get closer to that, but they're a little more high output, which I wanted because I like the Teles. I like, you know, that more gritty rockin' Tele sound, more so than the classic country sound. But this I can get closer to that classic country sound than the other one. Now it doesn't mean it's better. It just means that it's a different type of tone I can get out of this guitar. It's like steak and sushi. Well, which one's better? Well, it depends what you're playing. If you're playing classic country, and I had my choice between this guitar and my American one, I'd probably choose this one because I'm going to get a closer tone to it. But as far as the playability on this guitar goes, as far as the sound, and these are also hum canceling pickups. I mean, this thing is quiet. It's like a humbucker. You don't get the typical noise you get from most Teles, especially if you throw you know, a little dirt on it. Just a really great sounding set of pickups. I'm really happy with those. And if I ever do sell this guitar, they will definitely be coming out, and I'll be putting maybe in another Tele mod that I do later. But yeah, so this is what I got so far. Everything is going good, and the next video I put up will probably be of the sound comparison. Alright guys, have a great day, and adios.